Good morning. Today is the 18th of February 2023. I had a bit of a longer day yesterday. That's 2 days running where I really had to push myself. Therefore, I think you guys can always tell when I do that. I feel like I'm pretty low key today again, in the voice, and all of that. That's just a brief how I'm doing today, which is okay. Limping a little bit more, needed to use my cane to get around the house. Spent a lot of time after the meetings. Spent a lot of time, a lot of downtime on my in my bed, and that's the way I got through the day. What I chose to do, what I did do, is I tuned into the latest, the season 3 opener for Picard. Like, new Trek for me isn't. I'm still a Trekkie, and I do still tune in to these shows. I think I already told you I'm so on Discovery. I'm a big fan of Strange New Worlds. I think with Strange New Worlds, I think they've reinterpreted, but went back to the basics of what Trek always to me was, the episodic format. That's to me, that's a much better show. The Picard series so far has been so miss and miss. I almost wanted to say hit and miss, but the hit part of it is really only the opening episode, the pilots, and even then, I waver. I do not. I pushed, and that's an indication, right? I pushed myself through to get through season 1 of Picard. And I really, it left a really bad taste in my mouth, the way it ended. As far as, actually, I don't remember when he switched from being, I think it was season 1, I could be, there you go, right? I think in season 1, he was no longer Picard, he was now a robotic Picard. The essence of the man in a robotic body. I think that's, oh, there you go. I think that's season 1. It could be season 2. I'm not sure, but I think it was. I don't know. I mean, and there you go. Season 2 was very much of a mess, although I'll give it a slight pass because it was filmed during downtime, pandemic, so maybe that influenced how they presented the show, but it was very spare. It just did not. It was a time travel. They went back, or they to the present at the time last year. Anyways, another major to me miss. This one, it seemed, at least it seems so far, that they've maybe shaken off the excess, some of the characters, although you never know. I mean, it's going to be between 8 and 10 episodes. I'm not 100% sure. So, but what they're doing with the current version, and I think it's the last season, I really hope the best for them. I think that they're bringing back a lot of the TNG characters, and that seems to be the storyline that they're going for. It might be a revenge plot again and again and again. It's been, for whatever reason, Star Trek seems to be focused on the revenge plot. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. So far, we don't have a big baddie as far as it goes, but we do have some of the original cast members showed up. It's sort of nice to see that, us old folks still have a little bit of gas left in the tank, as it were, and it was nice to see, the doctor, she's back, Riker, he's back. And of course, Picard is still Picard. I thought it was a very strong opening as far as that goes, but mostly they've been strong ish and then it fades. I really hope that they're not going to follow that pattern, unfortunately. I obviously know that they don't intend to put out a mediocre product. Unfortunately, for this guy's opinion, it hasn't been stellar so far. Uh, some of my takeaways would be I think they did a very necessary um, the opening and the closing. It's a little bit more back to retreading the original concept of the show, not the artsy kind of uh, openings that Discovery and Picard had over the last couple of seasons. Just my takeaway. There's something about Star Trek needing or working better with to draw you into the space opera space. You don't necessarily need to have all these artistic renditions of, I guess, from that point of view of uh, elements of the show. You know, they draw the ship, they draw some of the what do you call those? The suits and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I never really liked it. To tell the truth, when uh, Enterprise, a show which I'm in a very minority on, I actually liked um, Enterprise, um, but they also stumbled by not having instrumental opening. Eh, it's just me. I get it. Like I like the visuals for that one, Enterprise per se, but I didn't like that it had a decent theme song, and it worked for the show. I got what they were going for, and that's that. So for me, I have high hopes because I'm going to be I'm going to engage with it. So obviously, I wish to be entertained. So I have high hopes that I will be entertained. I will do my best to not let the baggage of the first two seasons of Picard. Sorry, we're not talking about Enterprise anymore. But I will do my best to let the first two seasons of Picard stand alone, fade from memory, and take the current season for what it is. Just a little bit more info. There's been a number of Discovery seasons, which I'll admit I actually didn't even get through to the end. I just didn't care. As in convoluted plots, who cares plots, not very interesting character development. I just didn't care how it was all going to come out because I know that the main characters are going to survive, I'm guessing. But you know what? If they didn't, I'll read about it or I'll watch some reviews on it. It is what it is. Anyways, as you can tell, I'm not doing the best. I'm really just pushing this one out because like I told you, I like to find something to talk about on the daily and today because I did enjoy the opening the premiere or the pilot. No, it wouldn't be a pilot. I'm sorry. The premiere of the new season of Picard. I couldn't give you a number. It's not that kind of a show because it's episodic. So great start to me. Engaged enough that I'm looking forward to seeing the next episode as soon as it drops. So that for me is an indication of how much I enjoyed it. Anyways, a little bit of a lower one today. I apologize. Just the day really took it out of me. Considering this is me refreshed and ready to go, that gives you an idea of how well I'm doing. I'm doing okay. I've just been better. Anyways, that's what's going on behind the patch this morning. I will talk to you guys later. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day.